All right. Welcome to Introductory Performance Seminar. It is March 4th at 4:30, and we've got Ethan today. So we are just going to go ahead and jump on in. All right. So Ethan, go ahead and introduce yourself, introduce your piece, and then let's hear it.
And I'll be playing Night of Tarantella.
All right, good. Oh, really quick. Is your original sound on?
Yeah, I think so.
Try turning it off and then back on.
Um, it was on last time I checked.
So a lot of times you have to like turn it on each time you join a meeting, which is frustrating.
Okay. Well, is this working?
Mm-mm,
No?
mm-mm. Have you it sounded like it was on for a second. Nope, it's not on.
Now?
I think that's it. Let's try it. All right. Nice. Very good. Forgot about the coda. Awesome. Really nice job. Really nice job. Very good. All right. Um, so what is something you feel like you did really well with and something you feel like you could improve on?
I think I did really well with dynamics, and I think I need to work on like filling in the gaps. Like I stopped a couple times.
Okay, so steady beat.
Yeah, tempo.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, so I think absolutely really nice job with the dynamics. Um, sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Ah. So one thing, it's I feel like we get into this habit of playing a left-hand note at the beginning of each measure. And so I think we played one here. Why wouldn't we play this? Oh, you're muted. Here you.
Oh, because it's a tie?
It's a tie. Very good. All right, so just play this first line for me one more time, just kind of keeping in mind that tie.
Oh, I see what I did there.
Yeah, yeah. I think you went back to this chord, which sounds really good. It's just
Yeah.
it's just not what they want. So, but really nicely done. Um, and then down in this section, the actual measures are really good and really even. And I can tell you've worked really hard on them. The
Yeah.
I think what's causing us some issues is the transition between measures,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
So let's try just this line. And we're just shifting down one note each time, right?
yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Very good. And then it does the same exact thing except down an octave, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice, yeah. So, some ways that we can practice this and we can work on this. One, I would say look at what your movement is. Because a lot of times there's a pattern to it. There's actually a word that we use
Rep-
for this. What's
repetition.
that? Kind of. So there's actually a fancy word for what this is. This is called a motif. Okay. A motif is kind of like a little, like, well, I'm trying to think of a good example of this. Um, it's kind of like if I'm drawing a picture and I keep putting little curly cues all over my picture. Like if I draw this all over,
Yeah.
is a motif. Okay, that's an example of like a visual motif. An auditory motif is when we have a similar sound or the same sound over and over. Then what we have is we move it, and when we take a motif and we move it, we call that a sequence. Okay, so we have that motif where we roll this chord, and then we just shift down and we do the exact same motion and the exact same notes. So let's try playing this starting at that beginning motif.
So this is
On
so
Nice. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay. So really nice job. The other thing we can do, especially with this, where we're kind of we call that a broken chord, right?
yeah.
Sometimes we'll even call it a rolled chord. Rolled chords tend to be a little bit closer together in time, but it's basically a rolled chord. So what I would do is I would physically roll my hand. So try physically rolling across the keyboard like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Try it. Nice, yeah. And don't be afraid. Don't feel like you have to hold this the whole time because we're also using pedal, right?
Yeah.
And so nobody's going to know if we pick up our hand and we move it here. Does that make sense? So let's try that. So we go da 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 dum, ba da da dum, ba da da dum, ba da da dum. Okay? How's that feeling?
Oh, better.
Nice. Good, good, good. All right. So I think the big takeaways from this are one, making sure that we're looking for these little motifs.
Yeah.
And that's why we have like a name for it because we do it so often, right? And then sequences. And sequences, just remember, is a motif, but you take it and you're moving it on the piano. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good, 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 good. And then also rotation and all that good stuff. Okay, really good. Any questions about this?
No.
And do you have it? Did you play it memorized or do you have the sheet music?
Memorized.
Do you have it memorized?
Yeah.
Nice. That was really good. Okay, so I would say, first off, really fantastic job, especially with the memory. Um, yeah, I would just work on those little things that we talked about today. But overall, I thought you did a fantastic job. All right, awesome, awesome. You're the only person that we had today, so we'll go ahead and pause it here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, okay?